Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another makeup tutorial today. I'm doing this look right here, obviously. It's going to be a kind of transitional look, summer to fall transitional makeup look. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you can wear it anytime you want, but that's just what I'm titling this video because the lip color really does remind me of a more fall color, but it's not so deep and vampy, so I thought it was a perfect transition. I absolutely love this lip. It makes the whole look, well, and the lashes. They make it much more glamorous, but anyway, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I have started with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Awesome concealer for underneath the eyes and to prime the eyes, so it really cancels out anything going on our eyelids. I have like really veiny eyelids, so I like to use a concealer as the primer. I just pat that in, and then I'm going to go ahead and set that with the cream shade from my Wet n Wild contour palette, the lighter one. First, I'm going to go into Deep Skin by Morphe. That's this color right here. It makes an awesome transition shade. It's nice and warm. I'm taking a Morphe MB23 blending brush, my all-time fave, big fluffy brush. And I'm just moving that into the crease, dusting it all around, right above it. Concentrating most of it directly in the crease, doing little circles kind of on the edge to buff it out. Taking my time, going back and forth, adding a little bit more product at a time to make sure it's nice and blended, and I will be blending as I go throughout the look as well. So anything we don't catch now, hopefully will be blended out later. I always have trouble with this sweat. Alright, after that all is done, I'm going to go ahead with a smaller blending brush. This is also from Morphe M433, also love this brush. And I'm going to take a slightly deeper color. I'm going to take Caramelized, also by Morphe Brushes, right here at the top, the shattered one. And I'm going to... No! Alright, so I'm taking the color Caramelized with that Morphe M433 and putting it on the outer corner and a little bit tighter into the crease, focusing it a lot lower than the other one, not bringing it way up here like we did with that one. I'm letting it onto the outer part of my lid a little bit, but not much. For the lids, I want to keep it nice and bright and pretty simple for the eyes, so we're just going to leave it a nice, like, semi-shimmery, like, cream shade. Pack it on. But we're going to use less pressure out here so that that outer corner that we just darkened up stays darkened. It's mostly matte. There's a tiny bit of sheen in this shadow. But I'm also mixing it with a matte color. I'm taking Cream Puff by Morphe Brushes and Crystal, also by Morphe Brushes. Two really great cream shades. I'm taking this big brush and going over everything. Make sure it's all cohesive. I'm going to go in with whatever's left over on this brush here. Just darken up that corner a little bit. Okay guys, so I decided to skip out on winged eyeliner and all of that for the eyes. I want to keep it nice and simple. We're going to pop on some fluffy lashes later, so it's fine. For the face today, we're going to go in with Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Smooth, yeah. It's the primer. I thought I'd try it out. I hadn't tried it yet before the other day, and I think I really like it so far. When it says Blur, I expected a silicone type of feel, but it is more of a lotion. But it's one of those lotions that you can tell kind of has a powdery, like, finish. So it really does help to kind of mattify your face. And I think I like it so far. I like to concentrate it where I have a lot of pores and then spread it out from there. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation. I use shade 03, which is called Light Beige. It's got a nice yellow undertone, which I really like. I hate when foundations look too pink on me. Alright, now that that is on, a little bit really does go a long way. I'm going to move on to concealer. I'm going to be using, where is it? Where are you? Seriously? I'm going to be mixing two different concealers for my concealer today. First, I'm going to go in with shade 10 of my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which I love, like I said. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with shade 10 also, but it is a lot lighter than that, shade 10 of Maybelline's Better Skin Concealer, which I really like this concealer also. It's just a little bit too light for me, but I still use it though. But that's why I'm mixing it with a slightly darker one. Make it look a little bit better. Okay. And I'm going to blend that out with that same sponge. I like to concentrate the product like right here kind of. I dab it in there first, and I go up here, I go down here, and then I take excess product up here so that my fine lines don't get too kind of exaggerated with product, because they will. To set those under eyes, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. HD setting powder. And I am going to take a light layer right up under there. I'm going to set other places I put concealer as well. To set the rest of my face today, I'm going to take Maybelline Better Skin Powder. I heard lots of good things about this, so I got it. I'm using shade Natural 50 Beige. What? Natural Beige. Shade 50. But it's kind of dark for me, so I'm just going to take a light layer. And I like to concentrate it like here, like to bronze a little bit as I go. Yeah. My scrunchie's falling out. Not cool. My hair looks green. Is it green? Oh my god.
Does it look green?
I'm gonna do a little pony. My hair looks a little crazy, but disregard. We are gonna move on to contouring and highlighting and all of that. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild palettes today. These are pretty much my go-to. I really love them. I have a review and demo on them actually, or it might be a first impressions up on my channel, so I'll link that below if you wanna go check it out. I'm taking my Sigma F05 and that warmer contour shade from the Caramel Toffee palette. And I'm just kind of warming up the spots that I want to look more tan. My body is pretty tan right now, so I can get away with a lot of bronzing. You want to make sure you're taking it back into your hairline, onto your ears a little bit, so you can't see any indication that it's not just your face being tanned from the sun. It's really bronzer. Alright, now I'm going to take the other contour shade, the lighter shade in Dulce de Leche right here, and I'm going to take like the edge of the brush, tap off some, and sculpt a little bit more here. If it's not perfect, don't worry. I am going to clean it up later, because I like to do that a lot. Now I'm just kind of blending. I'm going to take the brush I set my face with and blend a little more. I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and dip into that banana shade. I really love this shade, obviously. And I'm going to set under my eyes. Well, not set, it's already set, but I'm going to brighten under my eyes with this powder. And I really like taking the sharp edge on this sponge kind of carving out my nose contour a little bit more. Same on the bridge of my nose. And I'm highlighting the forehead. I don't like to highlight right on the bridge of my nose because I have like a bump there. So I usually try and just like highlight right below and right above that point so that it kind of evens that bump like out, kind of neutralizes it, you know what I mean? That might look a little cakey right now, but I'm going to wipe some of it away later, and I'm going to go in and clean up under the contour now. Alright, using my face brush, I'm going to dust away any extra stuff. Just make sure it is on there, kind of press. I'm going to leave the under contour baking on there for a minute, and I'm going to move on to blush and highlight and all of that while we let it sit. For blush today, I'm going to be taking the shade Nude from Makeup Revolution. It's one of their matte blushes. Their blushes are really great. I mean, I've only tried this one, but I love it. I think it's awesome. And you can find it at the drugstore. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. small stippling brush. I'm just going to swirl a bit of that right above the contour and blend it into the contour. And I bring it down to the apples a bit too, but not too much. Looks kind of intense, kind of is, but it's fine. I'm taking my face brush to kind of tone it down a little. And now I'm going to go in with highlight, everyone's favorite part. I'm going to take my Ride or Die Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in So Hollywood. Look, I'm running out. It's very sad. Oh, first I'm going to dust away this stuff, and I'm going to spray my face with setting spray so that we can put on our highlight while it's still wet and get it even more poppin' than usual. Because you know when you wet, kind of foiled highlights, they get really intense. And that's how I like it. Alright, I'm using NYX Matte Finish today. I douse myself in setting spray. Alright, we're going to go in with that Anastasia highlight. I'm going to use a Morphe M557. Oh yes, see? Perfect. It's perfect. Perfect! And I kind of use a lighter hand on the edge so there's not just like a harsh line of where the highlight is. I like to bring it up here. Obviously you don't need to put on as much highlight as I am, but it's kind of just what I've been doing. I'm going to put some up here a little bit, right above the brow, a little bit on the nose. Cupid's bow. Lately I've been doing like my chin, just a tiny bit, and even my forehead a tiny, tiny bit. Doesn't look like a tiny bit, but I tone down those areas more so they look just like a natural sheen. But my highlight on my cheekbones is always like very unnatural. I'm going to go in with my face brush. One more time. Go over everything. Make sure it's all good. I like to go over the highlight a little bit, but not a lot, so I don't lose too much of the sheen I just created. Oh, the nose. I like to use my finger for that. Do a little oop, right there on the tip. And then I like to drag some up. Put some up here. I think we're going to go back into our eyeshadows and just dust them under the lower lash line to give a little something there. Nothing too dramatic. I usually just swipe whatever like transition shades I've been using under there. So I'm going to take Deep Skin, that color we started with, on the second brush we used. I'm just going to swipe that right under there. Today I'm going to be taking Eylure number 127 lashes, not 127, 126 lashes. I really like these. I just tried them for the first time the other day. They're so fluffy and wispy and large and beautiful. If you want an in-depth or more in-depth kind of tutorial on how I put on false eyelashes, I do have a video on that as well. So I will link that down below for you all. And the glamouries. Ooh, the floaty, floaty. This darker lip really is a nice transition into fall. Not that you can't wear darker lips in the summer, it's just not as typical. You can do whatever the heck you want. I am going to put on this liquid lip suede from NYX in Soft Spoken. It's like my new favorite color to wear They're called liquid lip suede because it's not going to dry completely matte, but it's so comfortable to wear because of that. And I don't even use a lip liner. I kind of just go in. Alright guys, so now that our lip is on, I think this look is complete. I'm going to do one more. There's one more little spray. One more little sequence of sprays is what I mean. Let me know if you guys like this video by giving it a big thumbs up and subscribing if you're not already. It would mean so much to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hey! Ow! Hit my elbow. I was about to dance.